So I'm Laura McLaughlin from Lothrop Elementary School, and this is our team of, okay, so I was actually the farm to school coordinator during this past year.
I'm Stephanie Sherman. I'm the librarian at Lothrop.
I'm Jen Miller. I work at Raffle, and I was the farm to school mentor for half the year.
And I'm Marielle Blay, and I actually don't work at Lothrop anymore. I was transferred to Otter Valley, where I am trying to get the farm to school movement going there.
And I'm Kevin Duggan, and I'm a grade 1 teacher this year.
And so just to pull Marielle, and Marielle is actually the impetus. She's the reason why.
You're going to have to do this
Okay, I'll try.
for everyone who needs to hear in the back.
Thank you, Abby. So anyways, Marielle is the impetus. She started all of it. She wrote the grant that hired me, and so we're all here because of Marielle. And anyway, so this past year was amazing, and there are really there's some big reasons for that. One of them is this Farm to School Summer Institute that we participated in, and previous to that, the three of us, oh golly, what am I doing wrong? So there isn't enough stress on me. Just talk right into it. Just talk, okay. No, that's fine. So we did the Farm to School Professional Development, and then we came and participated in the Summer Institute. So we had all of this great excitement and enthusiasm and commitment, and we also got a Dairy in the Classroom grant, and plus we also had this grant that Marielle wrote. So we had all of this wonderful commitment and excitement happening. And so this past year we were able to do field trips, and we were working on our composting, and we built a greenhouse, and we had a whole culinary workshop with cookbooks, and there's Harvest of the Month and field trips, and we kept track of, we connected with things into the curriculum, with math tallying in first grade, with healthy snacks. And so we were able to, we connected with our cafeteria, who supports all of our projects. We grow for them, and then they give it back to us because we need things in the winter because our garden doesn't have food in it. And so we have had this wonderful year, but now we're faced with some challenges for the next year because my position ends on June 30th, and are you giving me a time check? No. So my position ends on June 30th, and as I said, Marielle has left. She's at the high school, and another teacher, she moved away. So we've actually lost some of our quote-unquote champions that are in the school, and I had time to dedicate to the curriculum connections, and so we really were working on how do we get the administration to actually understand all the amazing benefits that come from farm to school? Because it is language arts, it is math, it is health, it is physical activity, it's science, all wrapped up in this wonderful package that deserves time, that we should be able to have time to meet and plan and go forward with all these great things that the children love and get our communities excited about it. And that's where we are. How's that? And this is some of our other things. I didn't talk about Literacy Night. So Literacy Night was, we farm to schoolized everything. And so we turned these 3 books into plays. We did this year. It was incredible. And they made all these farm plays. So the art teacher designed them, and our Eagle teacher who does enrichment, they rewrote these books into plays, which were really well received by kids and parents. And of course, we had healthy snacks, and because now we have healthy everything. And that's that. Do we have another? Yes, and so this is the end of the year. That's the card they gave me with their cow shirts on from Dairy in the Classroom. And that was one of their wonderful activities with Virginia. And here they are weeding out last year's volunteer sunflowers, and now they're planting their new garden. This is for next year. They did this wonderful activity where they looked at harvest times for seeds, for vegetables and fruits, and they planted things that would be ready for them when they came back next year. So and there's the greenhouse in the background that got built this spring, and we're trying to find a farmer who would like to grow food in it in exchange for doing some educational stuff in the classroom. That's what our next, and I think that's our last one, isn't it? Oh, And this was our technology teacher who did some work with 5th and 6th graders on a whole unit on Inca farming, and they did foods with Inca and Maya and potatoes and things like that also. Are there any questions?
Yeah, so you've got 4 minutes for questions or comments.
Oh,
I wanted to say that, we had a lot of momentum going, and I'm not ready to speak, but we had a lot of momentum going over the last couple years, thanks to Laura, who is, just a dynamo to have in school. Marielle was working alongside her. We had a lot of great momentum going, and unfortunately, because of some transitions, changes in administration, changes in funding, school budgets that are really getting tighter and tighter and tighter, teachers being moved around a lot, we've lost a lot of our momentum. And, it's sad to see. The kids really love this. This is hands-on opportunities. This is what really connects their learning, is being able to do things like this to integrate all the different things in math. You saw that they were counting seeds using 10 frames, so we're able to build in a lot of these different things, writing pieces, stories for them, lots of stories. I was able to get a Dairy in the Classroom grant, which just happened to sort of fit in. It was just kind of one of those things that fell into our lap, and it just worked perfectly, and the kids loved it, We did an Adopt a Calf unit where we adopted a farmer's calf, and we grew the feed last year before school and brought it to the mama cow. And our last trip was just a week ago or so, and we went and saw the babies, so the kids got to see this whole chain, this whole cycle. And, there's a lot of great things, but we've lost the momentum, and it's administration that needs to get behind it. If you don't have that, you're not gonna sustain it when people are being moved in and moved out, and people aren't seeing the value of it. That's where that's our struggle.
Today is an opportunity for us. We're going to take
Yeah.
this time.
to try to revitalize it.
So let's open it up to any comment or questions that clarify or any comment or question. Yeah.
What grant funded your position?
So my position was funded by the Henry T. Pouse Trust Fund, which is a Rutland County grant. So if you're in Rutland County, it's a 3-year grant. It's a phenomenal opportunity, but it is Rutland County.
Other questions or comments? Yeah.
Could you just remind me how many classrooms or how many kids you have at your school?
We have about 200 students in the K-6, in our K-6 school.
And what percentage do you think were on board with the Harvest of the Month or taste testing or cooking in the classroom, whatever kind of integration you were seeing there?
More consistently, I would say that was our K-2 team. So that's probably 70, 80, actually I think it's like 83 students. That was K-2. We have Abbey Group as our food service provider, and so they tie into Harvest of the Month. So there's an opportunity for them to see whatever that fruit or vegetable is during their lunch period also.
Okay.
So we've got two.
Just a comment, I thought the literacy night stuff was really cool. I love the books that you chose, and that looked super great. Good for you.
Oh, thank
they
you.
loved it. They had a great time, and the parents loved it, and it was really cute. Really
And our
nice.
French teacher turned it into French literacy night, which is even more fun. Saute, I have to
You
say
have one
that.
more question.
What's that?
Who took care of calf on the weekend?
No, it was at a farm, a local farm that we were able to just walk to, which was perfect. And it wasn't, we didn't tell them they weren't dairy cows at first. We sort of just let it, they're cows, but they weren't really dairy cows, but we figured they'd still benefit from seeing the cycle.
Yeah, they were beef cattle. I just want to say this about saute. Kevin and I were cooking. We were sauteing butternut squash in the classroom. And so we were sauteing, and the kids are like, saute, that's a song Madame taught us. And so then we had to relearn the saute song. And it was hysterical that they were making all these connections and reinforcing through food, which we all know.
And they like to jump, so
Yeah.
that was perfect.
Exactly. I never knew what saute meant. Now I won't forget.
So let's give you guys a big